The intercom in my office buzzes before announcing to me, "Pastor, there's a man here to see you." And I know what that means. This was in my last congregation, but it happens here too. That phrase is almost like an unwritten code. It means there's a poor or homeless person needing help or looking for a handout, depending on your perspective. And it seems everything depends on your perspective. A lawyer comes up to Jesus and asks him a question to test him. He may be a good lawyer, but he isn't very good at giving a test because he ends up answering his own question. Love God and love neighbor. That's what God requires of us. Pretty straightforward. But this is a lawyer, so nothing's straightforward. He's got a follow-up question. Who is my neighbor? Luke tells us that the lawyer asks in order to justify himself. He recognizes that neighbor could be a pretty broad term, and so it needs to be narrowed down, or, loving neighbor will get really hard. I mean, if my neighbor is just the family living to the west and the old widow to the east, I can do that. But if it includes that guy on the block who plays his music really loud and never shovels his walk in the winter, come on. Who is my neighbor? The lawyer doesn't want to be caught lacking. He doesn't want to be caught in violation of the rules. So he asks the question, hoping to limit neighbor to something more manageable. He's hoping to justify himself. Which sounds bad. And maybe it is. But it's a good question. There are 7.5 billion people in this world. Which ones are neighbors? Who should I care for? That's the question.